Yeah. I'm your voice, Jay, WIZZIEL'S. Let me tell you something good. Give yourself permission to fail before you succeed. Sometimes failure hurts. It can discourage you from trying again. It's easy to keep sitting there whining, moaning, and bitching about the problem, but this does you no good. If you believe in law of attraction like I do, meaning whatever you think about constantly, the universe will bring you more of it, good or bad, then you understand the effect that negative thinking will have on you and what you want to accomplish. I once heard Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, say, stop empowering the problem. And this is what most of us do when we are going through some obstacle. We dwell on it, we sleep with it, and it becomes our master of destruction. But think about this. What's the point of dwelling on it if it already happened? There's nothing that we can do to change or alter that event in our life. You are trying to give life back to something already dead. And once I realized this, I started to change my mindset. And I'm not perfect, but it sure beats sitting around feeling down over something that's already dead. I started thinking my failure as the first step of success. No one has ever accomplished anything big on the very first try. It may not even come the first 10, 100, or 1,000 tries. But if you value your goal enough to keep working towards it, then you will eventually find the correct way or solution to what you want to accomplish. Become a solutionist. When you try something and it doesn't work or you fail, don't put too much thought into the actual problem itself. Put your thoughts into what is the solution for my problem. Put this in practice next time you have an obstacle in which you have not figured out how to overcome yet. So I'm gonna go over an obstacle that I had overcome recently. Right now I'm a security contractor working for a private company. And in order to stay employed with this company, you must qualify on the M9 and the M4 rifle at the range. So you gotta shoot 24 out of 40 for the 9mm and 23 out of 40 for the M4. You pretty much have 4 times within a week to qualify or you'll lose your job. So here I am at the end of my year mark, which I was planning on signing up for another year, and I was about to get my bonus. It was my time to qualify on these weapons again. So I shot the M9 first, in which I shot 32 out of 40. I didn't see any issues with that because I was practicing. But next I shot the M4. What was my score? 20 out of 40, meaning I failed. So later on that day, I shot the M4 again. This time, 13 out of 40. I was shocked, literally. But what was the real reason I failed? It was because all I dwelled on was the fact that I failed the first time. My emotions were sunk deep into the failure. I empowered the problem instead of letting it go and focusing on the solution. So when you fail the first day twice on the same weapon, then you are suspended for work for 5 days so you can clear your mind, maybe get to the range for some training. So I took that week off to relax and even watch some YouTube videos on how to improve the fundamentals. I made use of that time since I was already in that position anyway. Yeah, I was scared and worried, but I didn't go off and start drinking or complaining to people about what I'm going through. Remember, when you fail at something, that means you need to reevaluate and recuperate. So here I am back at the range next week to shoot that weapon over again. I was so nervous, but I was also determined to pass this time. Many people have been sent home because of this, failing the range. But I was determined not to fail. And it was raining hard as fuck the first time we shot, and I just knew, and I had that confidence. I knew I was gonna nail it the first time. So what was my score? 21 out of 40. What the fuck? I said to myself, after all that determination, here I am, one more try away from being sent home. And I didn't fire again for about another 4 hours, so I had time to sit and think about things. But this time, instead of focusing on the failure, which would make me do worse on the second time, all I focused on was, how am I gonna pass this time around? So I had to relax and take my mind off the failure and focus on those fundamentals, breathing, trigger squeeze. So what did I shoot the last and final time? 27 out of 40. Finally, I found my solution. Sometimes when you're about to lose the game, you gotta pull a Steph Curry in the fourth quarter. It took me multiple times, but I overcame my obstacle. I was relieved. You see, You appreciate your success more after you fail. If you succeeded on the very first try on everything, then success won't be such a big deal, would it? Of course not. This is the only difference between successful and non-successful people, is that no matter how many times successful people fail, they keep going until they succeed. It's natural to fall back after we experience a huge failure in life. But there's a correct way out there to get what you want out of this life. Don't empower your problem. Solve your problems. Become a solutionist. And there will be hardly anything that you can't accomplish. Now you tell me, did you hear something good today?